Hey guys, welcome to day one of the 21-day training. My name's Danielle and I'm one of the coaches running this group. Today we're going to be talking about time management, checklists, and organizing your business. So the first thing I want to say is these things are so important for your success as a coach. These systems that you set up help you down the road to move your business more smoothly and to really keep yourself organized so you really stay on track. So my first tip is this is your business. So treat it like a business. Like if you went to work, you wouldn't just like take a day off from work just because you feel like it. So this is your business. Take it seriously and you will see the results you want. And of course, if you're just doing this as a hobby coach, that's totally fine. If you want to do this part-time, that's totally fine. But if you really want to do this full-time, you have to be showing up every single day to see the success that you want to see. Like they say, if you treat it like a business, it pays like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it pays like a hobby. So one of my first tips is to create a workspace for yourself. Be serious about it, like have a desk set up. Because I know like for myself, honestly, I used to work from bed and I just wasn't really taking it too seriously. So set yourself up in a really nice area. Create like a little board behind your computer or anything like that just makes you feel comfortable. It makes you feel serious about coaching. I myself have a little desk and it's only used for my Beachbody business and that's it. So like that way I know that when I go and sit at my desk, that's my time to work on my business. So there's no distractions. Another thing I really recommend is getting yourself a planner, whether it be a physical planner from like Target, Walmart, Kmart, Amazon. They have some really beautiful ones nowadays. Or you can use it electronically. So you can get like kind of like a planner or like a to-do list kind of thing electronically. I personally use an app. But I know a lot of people that use physical planners. So if you get one, use it. Don't just let it sit on your shelf. I definitely am guilty of that. I totally had a planner when I first started and like a physical planner. And I realized that I'm more of an electronic kind of girl. So my planner just sat there and I never used it. Eventually I figured out, hey, I need like, some kind of way to track everything. So I have an app on my phone that I use and I use that for every single thing. It's the same thing as a planner, only I like it electronically. Another thing is use systems. When you learn these things, really set them up, implement what you're learning, and use systems because that, like I said, is what's going to help you in the long run and really help you move your business forward because in the future, you're going to have a lot of clients, a lot of other coaches, so you need to really make sure that you're organized and you can best help people. So I track my contacts using Streak. There is a go-getter video in the comment section of this file. If you want to watch how to set up Streak, it's a plugin for Google or Gmail, and it really just helps you stay on track with your contacts and everything like that. So that's a really good tool to use. I usually also schedule out my groups a month or two in advance. That way I know what's coming up, so I know when I need to invite. I know when I need to start talking to people about the groups and everything, and it really helps me with follow-ups and just staying on track with keeping the ball rolling and making sure that I have groups to invite to. So let's talk a little bit about checklists. So I am a total checklist junkie. I love them. I have them literally everywhere. They're what keeps me on track. I'm a little OCD, so I love just having everything checked off at the end of the day. I use an app on my phone called OneNote. There's a lot of amazing apps out there for checklists, but I find this one works the best for me because it syncs with my Mac, and it, every time I update it on my phone, it updates on my Mac or vice versa. So I really love that app. There are also checklists in the Files tab of the 7-day quick start booklet. So you can totally use those. Those are amazing checklists. There's one for a beginner coach and there's one for a go-getter coach. So if you don't know where those checklists are, they're in the 7-day quick start booklet, and I would highly recommend using those at least to start, and you can tweak them as you go on. I know I started with those and now I kind of have my own just based on what's working for me at the moment, but definitely start with those and kind of build on those as you go. Another thing is tracking your business is so important because you want to be able to see progress, and if you're not seeing progress, you can go back and look and okay, what do I have to tweak to see progress? So how many invites do you send out each week? How many new conversations do you start? How many follow-ups do you do? So that way, when you're feeling stuck, you can kind of go back and be like, okay, well, I was sending out X amount of invites that week. Maybe I should send out a bit more. to get more people into my groups or to help more people. So it's definitely really, really important to track everything in this business. That way, when you feel stuck, you can go back to the numbers, go back to the drawing board, and really pick yourself up. Another thing is time management. Time management is so, so important with this business because let's be real, everyone has really busy lives and it's hard to fit in time for your business, but you have to be intentional about your time and set business hours. That's what I had to do. When I first started coaching, I was in grad school and I was also working 3 jobs. And then I got a full-time job, was commuting 3 hours a day. So I was working like 55 hours a week. So I had to be super intentional about my time and managing my time, or else nothing in my business would get done. So something we really recommend is using Google Calendar to literally block out chunks of time throughout your day to work on your business. It's a super simple system to use. You can look up YouTube videos on how to use it. I know that we also provide trainings that we can send you to. So if you need help figuring out Google Calendar, let us know. It's an amazing way to really stay on track with your business and make your time intentional. Another thing is, when you take out like an hour or like 15 minutes to work on your business, make sure you chunk your time for specific tasks. So maybe like in the morning, you could do your follow-ups. In the afternoon, like you're going to do your workout and doing your Shakeology then. And like really have goals and like to-dos to do during those times that you set out for your business. Don't multitask. I beg you not to multitask and I was totally guilty of this at first, but multitasking really sets you back because there's no such thing as multitasking. It honestly just scatters your brain and you get nothing done to the best of your potential. So when you sit down to focus on something, focus on that, because then you'll get it done. You'll know you did it to the best of your ability and you can check it off and keep going. Another thing is set a timer. I know that like when I'm rushing against the clock, like I do better work because I feel a little more pressure and I just feel like I need to get it done kind of thing. So I know for me, setting a timer really, really helps. But I mean, some people don't do all of it, but if you find you're one of those people that tend to procrastinate a little bit or kind of drag your feet, definitely setting a timer really helps with this. Another huge time suck, and like, again, I was totally guilty of this when I first started coaching, was scrolling. It is so easy to scroll on social media and get just sucked in. Like I still get sucked into Instagram stories. Anyone else? Oh my gosh, I can't stop watching. But scrolling is so detrimental to your business because it wastes so much time if you aren't careful. So there's a newsfeed eradicator on Google Chrome if you're using Google Chrome. So when you're on your Facebook, you don't see your newsfeed. Of course, you can access everything and like go to all your groups and see your notifications, but you do not have a newsfeed. I use that and I love it because I never get distracted because I don't have anything to look at. I also highly recommend removing all notifications from your phone because I know how tempting it is, like when you're at work or when you're with someone and then all of a sudden you see all these notifications popping up on your phone. The first thing you want to do is like answer all of them. But it's not productive because you're multitasking, you're scattering yourself. So I turn off all my notifications. The only notifications I have on are obviously if someone calls me or if someone texts me. That's it. I don't have my Facebook. I don't have my Instagram notifications on. I don't have any kind of like notification pop up on my phone. I also don't even have those little badge icons because I find those are distracting. Again, if you can like have those on your phone and they don't bother you, by all means you can have the badge icons. But like for me, I'm super OCD and as soon as I see something, I want to click it and get rid of the badge icon, so it's not okay for me. So I have all notifications turned off, but I set aside time in those chunks of time that I set aside for my business to check my notifications, to check my Facebook messages, to check my emails, to check my Instagram messages. So then I know that during that time, that's what I'm working on. I'm working on answering people, working on getting stuff done. And that way my time is focused and it's intentional. Another thing is, and I kind of mentioned this before, is you don't have to check your notifications as soon as they pop up. And that's like another thing, when you turn them off, you don't see them. So you don't feel the need to check them. But those are some tips that I really recommend because that's what's going to help you be intentional, manage your time, work from a checklist, and really track your business and keep it moving forward and in the right direction too. So if you guys have any questions about this, don't hesitate to reach out, comment below, and I hope you guys enjoy the next video.